lost Aramis.
I talked right in here.
Where's Aramis?
I don't know.
Aramis, where are you?
He's a little shy today.
Okay,
Where is he?
He's out of town. He's out of town, thugging with his rounds.
Thugging with his
Coochie pink, my booty hole. Okay. All right, enough. We have lyrical in our presence. We're not allowed to talk whack bars. Y'all ready?
No, go ahead. Continue. What y'all say?
Greetings and salutations, peace and blessings, ladies and gentlemen. I go by the name of Jay.
This is Johnny.
And this is the Rhythm and Poetry Podcast, R.A.P for short. And on today's episode, we have a very special guest. We have...
2 special guests.
That's true, because I was going to say thanks for the invite, but...
And lyrical.
Right. Yeah. And lyrical's here, by the way. We have, thanks for the invite.
Yep.
Oh, wait. Oh, we don't have the do the round of applause, Johnny. Go to the next 7 pages.
Oh, dang it, even.
How many do y'all have queued up?
I mean, he's at Bank 8 right now. So it's a lot.
Okay, well, by the time that he looks for that, fellas, how are y'all doing? There we go. Hey, better late than never.
Hey.
But never late is better.
Thank you.
Yeah, we appreciate the invite on the R.A.P Podcast. I know it
was a long time coming.
It's a long time coming
for
for sure.
This has
Good
been
to be here.
years in the making.
Yeah, no, it's great to have it finally be on and actually talk with you guys about music, because I know y'all coming to ours. It's movies,
I don't plan on talking about nothing about music.
Oh no, we're talking about music for sure. We're talking about music for sure today. This is why I'm here, bro. I was like, bro, I had to bring out my old Slaughterhouse shirt too. I was like, I don't wear this. I just wear it at the house. But I was like, you know what?
Damn.
I'm gonna wear it today to the R.A.P Podcast.
And Johnny wore a movie shirt.
Yeah.
He's
I
like,
think you have that same shirt, don't you?
yeah, I got that shirt too.
Yeah, I just got
I know
it.
exactly where y'all got it too, because I was trying to get it too.
The best stores, man.
Targier.
Yeah.
Shout out to Targier.
They got some
Target.
good stuff.
Yeah,
Hell
most
yeah,
of
they do.
my shirts that I have on the podcast are from Target.
I love
Yeah,
Target.
same here.
Only gripe that I have with Target is, and I do love every single one of the shirts, but when I buy a shirt, it shrinks the next fucking time. So I was like, you know what? It was affordable.
Yeah.
I'm able to get the exact same fucking shirt.
Yeah,
I can't tell you how many UGK shirts I actually have.
I forgot they do that shit too.
They have the UGK shirts
Yeah.
too. So I was
I
like,
haven't seen the UGK one.
Yeah, they've had UGK.
You seen
for
it.
Sure.
I haven't seen it.
Because they've had
I was wearing it during the
UGK,
interview.
They've
You
had
know,
a
Yeah, I
whole
was
lot.
gonna say I didn't know that. I seen the Outcast,
I've
Yeah.
seen the Outcast one.
oh,
maybe
sorry.
that's Walmart.
Aaliyah.
Yeah, I think UGK is Walmart.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah,
It is.
I've
Okay, because I was
not
like, I
seen
know I've seen the UGK for sure, but it's probably Walmart. And when you said shrinking, that's Walmart. Target ones don't
Yeah.
shrink that much.
No.
Target ones get like fitted. They start to get fitted on you. That's what it is.
I think I'm gaining weight, guys.
The Walmart ones, bro, like those are.
Kinda
I'm afraid of watching the Walmart ones for sure, because those shrink. I'm like, damn, the next day
Like
it's gonna be
crazy.
done.
Yeah, I'm starting to get them confused. But yeah, I know for sure both of them I've had issues with. But at the same time, Target, they were. I just went and got the same shirt like 7 times. I'm not even exagerating.
Yeah, it's affordable too. So
I do like that they have music styles too. I don't think they've always had that. I think that's maybe like within the past 5-6 years.
They got a pretty wide range too, like Bob Marley, Johnny Cash, TLC.
Lizzo.
yeah,
I wanted the Lizzo shirt.
yeah.
I really
That's
did.
the one you bought.
No.
7 times.
That one won't shrink.
He's like, this must be the wrong one.
Bars. So how are y'all fellas?
We're good.
We
We're
talked.
good.
We did too much talking about Target for some reason.
I know, man.
Yeah.
I don't ever know how any of these conversations
A
happen.
Target plug.
We
Yeah,
just talked.
shout out Target.
Shout out to Target. How well, let me ask this question before we get on to anything.
Oh.
When are y'all coming back?
We told you guys not to bring it up. I'm not really sure.
Oh, shit. Damn.
Just kidding.
Scratch this, Johnny, edit this out.
Come on, Jay.
You said he was cool.
Yeah, come on. What the fuck, John? Did y'all set us up for this shit?
I guess so.
No, we don't have like an exact date, but I would say either late February, early March, maybe.
It'll be worth the wait.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if it's not, we're sorry for that. We're sorry for that statement that Lyrical made.
I've been going every Wednesday, and I try to see if you're still on there. I'm like, oh, I'm sad now.
No, we're releasing. We're gonna come back soon for sure.
If-
We're
if-
it's just a whole,
something up.
If
yeah,
I'm-
we're just doing something else. So we're just kind of like, we're just more planning right now than
Yeah.
before. It's a lot more winging it and just kind of going about it. And sometimes we're not like as satisfied and stuff. So now we're planning all this and whatever. And so since we know we're more confident we're gonna bring a better show coming back.
Gotcha. That's exactly what's gonna happen with the Workaholic, the Workaholic podcast.
Yeah, I doubt that.
It's gonna no, it's gonna live. It's gonna survive.
Okay, I'm getting ahead of yourself now, buddy.
But yeah, we canceled it. Well, not canceled it. We put a huge pause on it just because of schedules and things like that.
Yeah.
So, and now when we want to bring it back for 2024, it's like 2024 was like, let's take our time on it. We're no rush. We got R.A.P that we could still keep people up to speed, but I understand it's going to wanting that perfect comeback and things like that. But it has given me a chance to catch up on a lot of y'all's episodes, so I'll take that for sure.
Well, thank you for catching up on that.
So,
Sorry about
I'm
that.
all up to speed now. That's why I'm asking.
Sorry you're having to do that.
A lot of homework.
He was like, I have to watch what movie? That's the
Dirk
huge
County.
part of it was like the movies. I'm like, how?
Hey, but we gave some good movies. I feel
Yeah,
like
dude.
I feel like we know we rambled a lot about some of them, but like I feel like we've given some good movies. Like, did anybody ever watch Saltburn when we reviewed it?
I had to watch it like a month later after y'all talked about it.
I still think it's a good movie. Like it was like, yeah, it's kind of like
It's interesting.
it's out there, but I still think it's a good movie. So I feel like we gave y'all some really good. Now it
yeah.
sucks because there's a lot of other movies that have come out that I've
Since
been like,
then,
I wish I could talk about this. Wish I could talk about that. Wish I could.
Still can't talk. I still
And I'm
can't
like,
even
damn
go
it.
back to listen to the Blue Beetle one.
You haven't seen Blue Beetle?
No.
How have you not seen Blue Beetle?
I
It's fucking
barely
free.
saw
It's
that.
free on Max.
Yeah, it's free now.
Yeah,
Now.
it's been free. You could have been
I've also
watching
had a very
it.
busy schedule, so
That's a good movie.
that's the one thing that's stopping me.
It's not a must though, but yeah.
Because what's crazy is that we discussed the trailer during when we went over
Yeah.
to y'all's podcast, and now it's finally out. And I was like,
Oh shit.
no, yeah, that's how fucking long ago.
It definitely stands out from most of these other movies, like any other DC Marvel superhero movies that comes out, because, like I said, like it's one of those movies where they just didn't give a fuck. They told the director like, yeah, the movie's gonna bomb, so
John,
whatever. And those are the best movies.
This is why I think I'm gonna go watch. Speaking of reputation, because representation, I wanted to bring up a certain conversation real quick.
Yeah.
Seeing that we have lyrical, this is a long conversation in the making.
Yep.
So
Because I think this
I
should
feel like I
this
know
should
where he's
pass
going,
enough
too.
time to not talk about rap. Go ahead.
me and Johnny were having a conversation, and Airman. Shout outs to Airman wherever you are, sir. I miss you.
Pause. That's what I'm gonna say. What is
Pause.
this?
So we were having a conversation at Aramis' baby shower, and we were talking about old movies from the 90s.
Yeah.
And one of the most favorite ones amongst our little circle that we were having the conversation was the movie It. And everybody was talking about how that movie was so scary and yada yada. And I was like, if you go back now and watch it, it's not as scary. Or it's not even scary anymore. If anything, it comes off corny. So I think it's the nostalgia factor that people really love.
Yeah.
SPM. I think
What? See, that's where I thought you were going until you started with it.
Wait, we're not talking about it? What the fuck?
We're not just
Because I have an answer for that.
But this goes back to our conversation
I see why. I see how you're tying
that me and Lyrical have been having behind the scenes. I truly think people like SPM because of the nostalgia factor. I think if you were to go back into time and go listen to it now, it wouldn't have the same effect.
I get that because
I didn't think you'd agree.
well, like I can see why. Like if people listen to it now with today's ear, it's not as appealing.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
back then it's.
But there's a lot of music that came out during that time that is as appealing. If anything, it aged better.
I disagree and agree. At
That's
the
what
same
I'm looking
time.
for. Wait, hold on.
I think that with like when SPM came out, like it was a whole certain type of it felt like its own type of subgenre, and that's why it stands out. Like people, I get people are like, "Oh, SPM's not as good" or whatever, and I'm just like, we can say that about any artist. To be honest, I can say that about so many artists, and I can say the whole catalog. And then it's like, because the whole catalog is very different. It sounds very different than other music, right? And I feel like with SPM, like, I wasn't a big fan of SPM. I like some of SPM's songs, but I never thought he was terrible, or I never was like, this shit is ass. I was just like, it's just not, I don't really like this type of music, you know?
Well, here's a shocker. I actually did like it. But I remember...
I still listen to them.
But why did you like, but maybe did you like it because everybody around you was playing it?
I liked it because of the representation. At that time, you didn't see a lot of Hispanics.
And I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that because that's where you fuck up.
He got you.
You can't. No, I'm being serious. You can't we fuck up with representation because you think just because that person's Hispanic, you should. Oh, he's putting out for the people. I should listen to them. Then that would mean, hold on, that would mean that would mean that SPM and Plain Skills are like the top tier artists ever.
Yeah,
and that's not true. Because they're the only Hispanics
there is.
That's like, well, that's because they put on for the city, and it's like that doesn't mean you can't give them their flowers and give them respect because they did put on. They opened up a whole different crowd, but like just because they're Hispanic and you're like, well, their representation, like that's where we fall because then you start putting representation over art and creativity, and then what happens to someone like you? You go years later and you go, holy shit, their music actually wasn't good to me. I just liked them because they were Hispanic. That's what ends up happening.
Yep, and I think I've been trying to preach this for the longest too. Like, I mean, I think in the most recent of years, is like I don't think y'all really liked SPM like y'all think y'all liked SPM. Because I thought I liked them because I liked them.
I still like them, and I still like them for different reasons. Just because it was different, and it did have something to do with having a Hispanic person to look up to.
What blows my mind is that you like them because now that I know why I don't like them, I also get to see like, I guess the smoke and mirrors of it all. Mm-hmm. I used to do music. You still continue to do music. Well, I haven't heard anything as of recent.
But even
we'll go into that in a minute. But but I heard the Fruit Loops and I heard the filler and I heard like just throwaway bars. I'm like, this really sounds lazy. Mm-hmm. That's why I was
but it was more of a chill, like fun music. Yeah. Like it's not like you're going to him for wisdom. You're not going to him for the same reason that you would go to somebody for like hardcore bars. He's got his own category.
Yeah.
And he had like a whole movement behind him. Like his presence was huge whenever he was in it, and there's a lot of people that still haven't been able to match that. He brought out Baby Bash, he brought out Coast,
Lucky.
He was doing
Lucky Luciano. Yeah,
like there's a lot of shit. Like he was involved with like Swisher House, like all of them. Like he even did a song with Bushwick Bill from Ghetto Boys. Like it's like who else has that same respect?
Yeah, he opened up the door for like the Mexican rap industry for sure, especially in Houston, and then it transitioned to like California and stuff where like they'll say, oh no, whatever, but like I mean, like Lyrical said, like you got Baby Bash, you even got Frankie J, you got all these artists that came out because of what SPM was doing. Mm-hmm. There was so many artists
to just get out there and do your shit. But if you go back and like if you only listen to like the popular songs, it's the same thing with anybody. But if you listen to like his like actual rapping, like he's using like multiple syllable rhymes, and a lot of people don't even do that. So even though he's like having fun with it and just bullshit, like he's rhyming like 3 and 4 syllables in every bar, and it's like who else is doing that to this day?
That had to be early in his career because a lot of his older stuff to me just sounds like filler. And that's why I was like, and the whole...
What year? You mean older stuff? Because the last time I've heard of him was like when I was in high school, and that was in like 2008 or 7, whenever that last album came out. Which one? When he was in jail. What was the album called?
Last Chair Violinist or something?
Yeah. That was the last...
First Chair.
And I heard that one.
That was still really good.
That one I only liked... Or When Devils Strike.
Okay, was it that one?
I think it was that one.
Whatever that one came out that year.
Coast had a couple of good verses on those. But yeah, like his older shit, like Power Moves, that album, like I don't know, like I've listened to like all of his shit. I have like all of his CDs and all that stuff like that. Like even like 3 6 Mafia, I can still listen to that. But if you go back and you pay attention to what they're saying, it's like they're really not that good. Juicy J sucked. DJ Paul wasn't a good rapper. Yeah. The only one that was really good was Lord Infamous.
God, this sounds so blasphemous.
But it's like,
but it's true. I don't like Juicy J.
Like,
I just like their
you're
style.
Trying to pick apart like what people were talking about or what they did. Like 3 6 Mafia had their lane. Like you smoke to them, you get like crunked up to them, but you're not going to them for the same feeling that you would go to DMX. You're not going to them for the same way that you go to Snoop. At the same time,
there's variety, right? So like whenever someone says that they listen to this person for that reason or whatever, back then there's variety in what you want.
Yeah.
I think what our people were doing, I do mean our people by Hispanics, is they were praising SPM for everything. Lyricism, storytelling, rap.
He was a good storyteller.
He really
everything
was.
he said he was really good at.
Yeah.
Like to take that away though from him, because like even the artists that came out that had a better flow, that had a better like just, I guess we'd just say flow. SPM still had way better lyrics than a lot of these artists. Like that's what it really was, because a lot of the artists were just kind of trying to mimic that. They weren't trying to be their own artists, and when that didn't work, they went and started doing a lot of Houston stuff. And even so, Hispanics have always been trying to figure out their own voice while taking that. Oh well, that's who we are. Like I agree with you on that. Well, we'll take one artist and be like, that's who we are. So we all have to be that. But everybody does that. All the cultures do that as well. Like even you hear rap today, I can't tell you which artist is who, what song is what. It all sounds the same. You can tell me
doing that same style.
You can tell me that. You can give me one artist and be like, he does every song on the radio, and I would believe you. I'd be like, that it sounds the same. I believe you. Like there's no difference. So like everybody does that. At least back then, you can stand out because you were trying. You were trying to mimic them, but at the same time, like weren't realizing you were doing your own thing at the same time. Where like now it's just mimicking, exactly mimicking. Like there's no difference to it. It's like, doesn't this sound like this artist? And it's like, why would you want to sound like that artist?
It's how, in the 90s, they were all like, hey, each person was a different style.
Yeah.
Everybody had their own
each
shit.
one.
And all of them were like, I love SPM, I love Eminem. They all love the same artist, but for some reason sounded different still. And I was like, okay, well, and they're trying still to do that, but they didn't realize that they were still creating their own style. Where today they're making sure they sound like
this is
every
my
artist.
Interpretation of what people want to hear now.
They even get for them, they get off by going like, oh, you said I sound like the baby. Oh, you said I sound like this artist. Like, why would you be excited to be heard to be like, oh, you sound like this artist? It's like, are you trying to go for that? Compared to be like, oh, this fits like this type of style. That's a compliment. To be like, oh, this shit sounds like it would fit like in that, that type of era or whatever. Compared to being like, you sound exactly like this artist. That means you have no style. That means you're not being unique whatsoever at all. And that's all of hip hop today. All of hip hop today.
Yeah, that's true.
Every single thing. So I get.
So where would y'all categorize an SPM?
I feel like he's his own Mexican subgenre, like Mexican rap. Like it's still hip hop and rap, and it has that Houston feel for sure. But it's just like for Mexicans, I think.
I
for
just
the
put him in
Hispanics.
like chill music.
Chill music.
Like he's just somebody that you can listen to. Like you're not gonna.
Who else is a chill music? I'm not trying to compare, but I'm trying to understand the idea of what chill music is.
They would say like Wiz Khalifa, I guess.
With Lil Rob.
Yeah, Lil Rob.
Is another one that's like that.
MB Riders are like that too. They have that chill, but they're a little bit more singy-ish.
Yeah, now we're just naming Hispanic.
Yeah.
Amanda Perez.
Yeah.
Nina Scott. I'm trying to think of like
Cumbia
who else is like that.
Shit. I don't know. Like,
That
okay,
Mexican
so
OT.
the same feel you
Bone
get.
Thugs and Harmony. Like
Yeah.
people that you can like chill and smoke to.
Yeah,
and like you're just gonna get like a cool like chill mellow vibe. 3-6 Mafia was like that. I mean, they do have their like more like crunk shit, but like for the most part, it's more of that dark shit. And most people weren't really paying attention to lyrics; they're just listening to it.
Yeah, they like
And it sounded good.
the vibe. And again, you're talking about an era where like
there it is, like that. Maybe that's what SPM is, more like a vibe music. Like you got to be in that vibe. So when I'm drunk or something like that, like it's like, oh, like let's put on SPM. Like my wife, her favorite song whenever she's drunk to listen to is Mexican radio.
Yeah.
And like we just listen to that. And it's not like, man, listen to this shit, man. Listen to this message. Like it's
just the vibe.
Yeah, it's just that vibe.
okay. Because even when we were in high school back in the day, like when SPM and they were big, like I would go to parties where they were just listening to Lil Wayne, just listening to SPM, just listening to DMX, just listening to like just those artists. Those artists had that catalog. They had the music to do it. So a lot of times you weren't actually listening to a mix of artists until it got to like above 06, 07. That's when a lot, you were mixing a lot more with it. Now I'm not saying you couldn't do that before. You could definitely do that all the time, right? But when it came to hip hop and rap, these artists had so much on their catalog that each of them had their own vibe within hip hop that you could literally, bro, we would sit there and they would just put on all of SPM's albums. And like you'd have the full party. The full party with just SPM's music. You could do that with Lil Wayne's music. You could do that with so many artists back then. You can't do that now. Then, you could now like jumble up so many different music, but there's not one artist that you can take their album today and be like, we're gonna bump this whole thing. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way at all.
There's no one?
Name me an artist that you could go, oh, I can listen to all their albums at a party and the whole party would be vibing. Because they don't give a vibe.
Drake's a cheat code.
But Drake is like a
Drake's
old,
like Beyonce though.
he's yeah. He's
I
like
feel like I've
he's a
heard you
party.
say this before.
Yeah, that's all he is. Like he's just like a perfect mixture of a lot of people giving their input to make him a great product.
100%.
So Drake.
But
Drake is
but we're not
one.
talking about Drake came out in what 2009, bro, 2010.
Yeah.
We're in 2024.
8.
Like okay, well 2008. We're in 2024, and the artist you pulled out was
Dang, was
Drake.
it 2008?
It was I was somewhere like that. Yeah,
That's when Successful came out.
No, that was
Thank Me Later or whatever.
Oh shit!
no,
No.
it was like congratulations.
No.
There was another song I can't remember. It was on MySpace. That's how I knew it was like that.
Successful dropped in 2008. So if
Well,
it had to
must
be, it had to be right before.
2007 then. Because
But it also came out on his first mixtape.
What was that one?
Look at it. His first mixtape.
What was that? That's the one I'm thinking about. It has like the fallen letters like that.
Yes.
No, that wasn't even his first one. He had
No, he had Congratulations. Was his
That's the
first
one that made him pop. Which one
Or-
was that one? It was like the one with like the letters falling down in the middle.
Is that
Something
not
October?
September, October, whatever it is?
October's Own or something like
Yeah, something like that. These are the dumbest names
I
for
have
albums,
no
though, to be
idea.
honest.
What?
I hate it when artists would go.
Honestly,
2
never mind. You
2
didn't like that name?
2 a.m. rap. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Just give me the name of the fucking song you wanted to be called. 2 a.m. rap. Shut up.
that.
Just
Room
name me
for
the fucking song.
Improvement in 2006.
See?
Damn, 2006.
Shit.
He's had a long run.
Yeah.
Long, hell
And
yeah.
so you
Over
can't-
20 years of music. That's
You can't put Drake because Drake does, like I said, he belongs in the end era of like, I would give any artist who came out before 2014 has the potential to have albums and music that you can listen to at parties. Any artist after that has zero potential. I'm sorry. They just don't. Like they're all mumble rapping. They're all just like whack ass rappers that just mimicking every
that's
single
really
artist.
all they play
Future,
at.
would you consider Future not one?
He came
But
out.
that's
I just
still
said
that
2014.
same, like you're not listening to them for
Yeah,
When did Future come out?
like
I guess
20,
like really any of
12?
Yeah.
Nah.
Because when you're at a party, you're not.
Give me
really
artists right now,
listening
like-
to like bars.
Give me the artist today. Give me the artist in the last 5 years, not the artist that came out when I've been saying before 2014. Because that's what you keep naming. I'm like, yeah, I'm with you. Now give me the other artist. I'm not a fan of Future, but I
Kanye?
know people who can listen to a lot of Future music.
Kanye, maybe? Travis Scott.
Again, you're giving me artists before
Shit.
2014.
Travis Scott was before 2014?
Yeah, he's like he's one of the few, if he didn't,
You're saying after
that
2014?
barely after 2014 artists that came out after 2014.
I'm horrible with years, so y'all are like.
I try to.
There's none. I'm telling you, there's none of these artists. Like, okay, I'll tell you what.
They could play at a
pull
party.
up
Yeah.
pull up 2023's top new hip hop artist or rap artist, whatever it is,
Yeah,
and let's see
don't
if any
do
of
that.
us know any of their artists. And then you can pull up artists from 2010 and tell me if we can still listen to the music or if they have a good enough catalog from 2010.
They're gonna show like the ones that have been out. So like it's Taylor Swift.
We'll put up new artists, new hip hop artists, 2023, up and coming. Yeah,
Taylor
Eminem.
Swift
I'm not
got
sure.
them bars.
And see how they exactly? They're still naming artists from fucking the early 2000s, bro. Like, no creative.
I'm about to find one goddamn
SZA.
No rap artist, right?
rap. Okay.
What is she?
R&B.
Oh,
I don't know. She's slowly transitioning into pop.
what
All right, I got some. I got
Cardi
you guys.
B? Cardi
Okay, Cardi B. Yeah, we can say Cardi B.
Yeah, I guess you could put Cardi B up there.
I'm trying to.
When
think.
did
I
year
don't
did
know.
she come out? 2017, 2016?
Mexican OT. Big X the Plug.
But I think,
Okay, Big
I
X
think
the Plug.
Mexican OT is barely coming out right now. And
What's your favorite bar by him?
By Mexican OT?
yeah, give me your favorite bar.
I don't know any on the top of my head.
Neither does he.
No, there's some.
Because there's a bar that's going around that I feel is
What'd he say? He said,
it's not good.
I don't know how he phrased it.
It's not good.
He said, "I ain't fucking your sister. I'm a motherfucker."
Yeah.
That shit was hard.
No,
That
it
shit
wasn't.
was
What
hard.
part of no,
That just shows how low the standards
Oh my gosh! And here's the thing.
I didn't say
think,
it was genius. I said that shit was hard.
but it's not. I think Mexican OT is a good artist, and I think that he's, I think he's a really good
Name a
rapper.
good
He has that
SPM bar.
Hold on, that's a really good
Oh man, now you're opening up something else. You think
Oh,
Mexican
fuck.
OT
You
is
fucked up,
better
Jay.
than SPM?
SPM said he is.
Now?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did.
SPM said that.
But if
It
you
said
go
that
through
shit
their
pissed me off too
catalog-
because he was like, he reminds me of me. I'm like,
no,
He
SPM is way better.
He did
than that.
sample him a couple times.
Mexican OT?
Yeah, he had sampled SPM.
Yeah,
Yeah,
SPM.
no one is saying that Mexican OT is not a good artist. I'm saying is like the bars that y'all are picking from him as saying that those are the hardest to me. I'm like, what? Like these are like. No, I want everyone to hear the line.
I guess
And
he's
there's
got
no way.
his-
Like, what's
his
witty
own-
about that? What's good and what's hard about the line? He goes, I didn't. What,
it was
what the fuck?
because it was a punchline.
No, and it was terrible. I sent it to Lyrical. What was it? It was because I sent it to him last week, and I was like, bro, look at this shit.
And I just sent a bunch of fire emojis.
Let me
It's the
see.
hardest
He
shit I've
said,
ever heard.
I'm gonna pull it up. The exact thing.
I don't know. I like Mexican OT. That's all I know.
This one right here. And again, I think he's good, but I don't think why y'all picking this bar. He has other. I'm sure he has way better bars.
Fuck your sister, bitch, I'm just a motherfucker. Nah, I'm lying. I knocked her ass down too, and we got in lots of trouble.
What about that is hard and wit? No, really, like was
he
it just
dropped
the
the
delivery?
beat out for that.
Was it? Yeah, was it just the way he delivered
Well,
it?
that was an
maybe?
intro, was it not?
Yeah, without into his verse,
Damn, that's
into his
how it
verse,
was.
Intro
verse.
and verse.
into the
Hey.
first verse.
I mean, I think he's got his own lane.
Yeah,
Me personally, I don't need to listen to him. Like, he doesn't offer me anything that I can't get from a lot of other people. That, like, I don't need to add him to my listening playlist.
yes.
Because he's not giving me anything new. Like, nobody
Well,
recent
but
is
we're
giving me
also,
anything new.
we're also in that age where nobody's gonna give us anything new.
No. But
Well,
what
that's
I
what
think
the
that's
problem
what sucks
is. And that's why I only listen to, like, older people or people that are still putting out music that have been
Because
around
it goes
for
back
years.
to that article that I was talking about, Johnny. That like once you hit a certain age, it's harder. It's like climbing an uphill battle for liking new music.
Yeah.
But it's just like, okay, like,
But then y'all settle and
your
y'all just
age
let 'em
right
go.
now, at your age right now, like, if you were to go to a party and you're hanging out with, like, some younger people and all they're talking about is like, oh man, I got in this fight, I got in this, and man, I was selling drugs. Like, do you really want to hang out with those people?
Hell no.
No,
Me no.
because you're
There are
at
some weirdos.
You're at a certain age to where it's like, I don't want to hear any of that shit anymore.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
Well, yeah,
like,
yeah.
you can still have
And that
fun.
was my
and
that was
think
my
about
whole
your
gripe
own shit.
about Drake. I was like, Drake keeps on making music for these young people. I want to hear mature Drake.
Yep.
So I understand where this is coming from.
Drake is like that guy that peaked in high school and still hangs out with young kids.
He feels like that. You know Austin McBroom, that one fool.
Still driving.
That's how he feels like, bro. Like he's just like peaked
Like
in high
he
school.
still drives the same car that he drove in high school,
Showing off the
because
girls
he
in
got
high
a lot
school.
of
Yeah.
compliments on it. Like he's just one of those
He's
people
still wearing
that,
his high school
now,
jersey.
now there is this
His
there
class
is
ring.
this like syndrome thingy where like celebrities, the age they get famous, they never grow out from that
Yep.
age. And I do think it's true because you got to think about it. Like if you're Drake and you hit it
Nah.
at like 24,
Because
how old was
they
he when
were
he made
ignoring
it?
J. Cole and
His
Kendrick.
early 20s.
Well, because you have to understand is like how old was Drake?
I just said early 20s. I don't know
So
exactly.
he
Drake
probably
is
stayed in
30
them.
something, dude.
No,
I
when
know, but
he first
when he
blew up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was. What did he say? 26.
No, I think he's younger.
That's also like a kind of like a damned if you do, damned if you don't. Because if he did change up and start doing something else, then everybody's gonna hate on him for that, and then say like,
Nah.
"Oh, I wish he would stay with
I don't
his
think
old
so.
shit." They do that with literally everybody.
Because the fans that grew up with him would appreciate him.
But all of the new
not-
people that
not-
jump in on it like aren't like thinking back to that. And most people don't do their homework whenever they listen to something. It's whatever's famous, whatever's on TikTok, whatever
Yeah.
people tell them is what's good is in their mind. Like, this is what's hot right now.
and that's to me that is the downfall of music in general, especially hip hop and rap. Because
It takes for somebody to go viral before people start giving them props.
See,
Nobody
but-
was ever talking about Jadakiss until that versus battle, and then everybody all of a sudden like, oh, Jadakiss is the GOAT. And
But
it's
music
like,
also
you don't know
ages
shit
very
about it.
poorly. Like a song that came out last year is considered old now.
because it's not,
And that's
it's not their song
yeah.
because it's stuck in 2023, 2022. They make music for that time, for the
Yeah.
next 3 months to go viral for 3 months, 4 months. They don't make music to go like, man, I can't wait till I grow up and they go back to that music. Like they don't do that shit.
Yeah, nobody's
It's-
making classics anymore.
No.
They're just making.
I don't know.
the
You
latest-
disagree.
That's hard. I know. I'm agreeing with the majority, but there are some like the Benny the Butchers.
Yeah,
they're.
it's rare. You got to seek them. Like,
But I think they're gonna test the fabric of time because one, like let's say Boss or anyone who's really lyrical, they're all following
JID.
like a JID. They're not doing the TikTok songs. If that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah,
TikTok,
that's what we're saying.
and
But you have
those
to go
are in a
find
different
them.
category though. Like
Yeah,
those are like atmosphere. Like people from like rhyme sayers aren't doing that shit, but
Yeah.
still like they're still going to be respected because they're making classics. They're just making music.
See, but now we're going into the
But-
argument of rappers versus MCs.
No, we're
Yeah.
talking about hip hop, but
And
we're talking about hip hop
it's
in
just a-
general.
it's a
You did.
different-
We
yeah.
were talking about hip hop in the TikTok and the mainstream world, and you said the ones that are going to be still, the best or have music like that are Benny the Butcher. Like you're talking about hip hop. We
Yeah.
were talking about Drake and them who aren't doing that. The artists of today who are mainstream, who they can't do that. They're not sticking with today's music. That's why you said like, well, someone who made a song last year feels like they say it's old. Yeah, because it doesn't sound like an original song. It doesn't sound like it came creativity where there's no age to it. There's no like, oh, this is a 2018. This
Now
is a 2020
songs
song.
are trends.
Yeah.
It's just
That is
like
true.
if you're using a certain term that everybody's using, like fucking, like if you hear somebody say like, "Oh, that shit's on fleek," then it's
Yeah.
gonna be like, "What? You're still using that?" Because
Yeah.
it was a fucking trend, and that's why all this shit just comes and goes because they're just chasing trends.
Why do you think no one listens to No One on the Corner Got Swagger Like Us? Because no one uses swagger.
Yeah.
And even though they were made but with Kanye and them on it, like no one's going back and listening to that song like unless no one's listening to you. No one's there in the like you're not going to go like
Now I
I'm
gotta
putting
go
this
back and
on.
listen to it.
Like no one's doing now. I've listened to that song and it's not on my playlist to listen on my dailies, but
Yeah.
it'll pop in. I'm like, this is a good song to me, but I know I'm like, but it didn't age well. You know, it fucking
Right.
Swagger Like Us. Like no one uses
You-
shit like
You
that.
are right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whenever to make, I guess, a classic, or to be considered a classic, or to just be timeless, you can't fall into the trends.
No.
Yeah, your music has to be outside of time itself.
Yeah.
Who is that for y'all?
And, it used to be Kid Cudi, and I think Kid Cudi has unfortunately fallen into the industry where it's gotten to his head, in the sense of like he feels he needs to keep up with today's artists in order to be considered good or up there. Because like his last album, I'm a huge Kid Cudi fan. Like Kid Cudi to me is the GOAT. But like his last album before this one, the one that came out, it was Man on the Moon 3, was one of his worst albums to me. Like the worst. And everyone's going, well, it sounded really good. And I'm like, name me one song. None.
Yeah, no.
You can maybe name me what's that? There's even one song I listened to on there. It's called Tequila. Tequila something. And even then, I can't name you. Name me. You're not even a Kid Cudi fan. Let's just say you're not even a Kid Cudi fan. Name me a song from Man on the Moon 3.
Can't tell you.
Now name me a Kid Cudi song though.
Day and night.
There you go. And that came out 2008. Now you can name me other Kid Cudi songs that came out way before that album. Because
Pursuit of
I only
Happiness.
know
yes,
his old
Pursuit
shit.
of Happiness, Day and Night, the Sky Might Fall. Like you have so many songs from Kid Cudi.
And what's funny is just last episode we were talking
Love
about
Hard,
Kid Cudi.
Teleport Me.
Did you listen to the new album?
I've gone like 6 or 7 songs in. The only one I like was the intro. And if
That's same here.
if lyrical
That's what
were
we
to
said.
listen,
That's what we said last week.
if lyrical listened to the intro, you would be like, "Damn, you know what? This is about to be one of the best Cudi
Yup.
albums, bro." And then the second song comes in, you're like, "What the fuck?" And then the third one, you're like, The one with him and Rocky was okay.
Yeah, he had like some okay songs.
Yeah, he had some okay, but like so far, I'm not liking this
For
album
me,
either.
I was just not expecting because like we I think we played some of it during the pod.
Yeah.
And I've never heard it because I haven't got the chance to. Now that I've heard it, I was like, nah, this kind of reestablishes for me. But I wasn't looking for a DJ Drama and Kid Cudi collab.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
But even then, you're like, okay, cool.
That is so
And then
out of the
it doesn't
fucking
even
blue.
feel like that.
yeah.
It's just random. It's like part of
Is
the
that
album.
what it was?
It feels like it part of it, and then it goes away into like today's mumble rap music type of thing again, where like you're trying to fit in with the crowd, and then it goes back to like, look, I got bars, and look, I can still do some Cudi stuff, but then look, I'm still trying to fit in with new. It just like it just doesn't feel like Cudi. It just feels like
It feels like he's just trying. It
he's
feels
trying
like
to
a
fit
plant.
in. Like he's trying to fit in now.
I'll play the first song.
All right, go ahead. Like the first song's pretty good.
When I got the call from the wizard for this collaboration,
I think it's a long intro.
You would have thought this was gonna be the hardest fucking shit in your fucking life. Cause I was like, okay,
And the song is still good. This song, like, watch.
yeah. Cause when I first heard the boom bap, I was like, oh, okay.
I was like, Cuddy's back, bro. I was like,
Hell
fuck yeah, bro. Some badass Cuddy now. Nah, not about that.
And then I hear trap drums with boom bap. I'm like, hold on, this threw me for a loop.
I like this song still.
I don't like the rap, but I like the.
But that's
the
Cuddy,
beat.
though.
Yeah,
You know, that's how Cuddy raps and stuff, right? Now put him on the second song. Just put him on immediately. Second. Was it the second one? Yeah, put it on.
Hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you talking about? That shit stinks.
And honestly, that's not even as
Yeah.
bad as the next one's. Like that one's not bad. That one's okay, whatever. But like you go like, what's going on? What album? What kind of album is this? All right, and then you keep listening more. You're like, it's everywhere for me right now. Like I haven't finished it yet. And this is coming from someone who I still think Cuddy is up there. Like,
Yeah.
So do people like it though,
Some people do, some people don't.
or is he just like kind of hanging on?
I haven't. Look. I hang out with people, and I know people who are Cuddy fans. I'm talking about when Cuddy dropped in the Cud, when Cuddy dropped Man on the Moon 2. I'm talking about when Cuddy was making music like that.
Yeah.
We would text each other. No one texted for Man on the Moon 3 or this one. Nobody. Like I haven't talked to my cousin was the only one that sent me a song. She said, "Oh, I like this song," and I was like, I forgot he even dropped an album. Like, holy
It's
shit.
been a week, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
so it's like new.
But even then, I heard more people talking about Man on the Moon 3 on Twitter than I've had on this album. And that's because most people now are kind of like fans like me are like, I guess he's just not making music for me. And that's okay. Every artist grows, they do their own thing, and they create different music, and that's cool. I don't think differently of Cuddy because of, the new music he makes. I'm like, that's what's up. I stick to what I like from Cuddy, and I still consider that to be some of the greatest music ever made.
Yeah.
But like, the new Cuddy's just not for me. Doesn't matter. It's not bad or good to me. It's just not for me, and I leave it like that.
Kid Cudi scores his 6 top 10 charting efforts with top album sales
Oh, shit.
with 8,500 sold.
Ooh, that's low.
Yeah, that's real.
That's low.
And that's top 10 standard. 8,000.
No,
Just say yeah.
no, it didn't even say it. It said.
I guess for the week, I guess. I don't know what the top
Let me
10
see what it say exactly.
Son of a bitch, that's low.
Effort on
8,000?
top charting. No, his 6 top 10 charting effort. So some physical copies,
Effort.
7,000 vinyl, 15 digital. So, Kali Uchis scored #1 top album. Insano first week.
Caliucci? God damn.
I don't even know who that is.
Oh, she's awesome. She's fucking awesome.
The prediction was
not just because she's Hispanic, but
it predicted it would sell 80K. It predicted it would sell 80K the first week, and then last week it changed to 45K. And so I'm guessing it went lower now.
Yeah.
yikes.
Because Cuddy's not making music for his fans no more. I'm sorry, I can't go to a Cuddy concert now and like expect to be like, fuck, I don't know, I wouldn't know any of his new music anymore. Like I'd be like, damn, this isn't for
But
me.
that
Like,
circles back around to like what I was saying. If Drake were to change, then he's gonna have people that hate him for it. Like just like his true fans are expecting Drake. If
But
he
he's been
tries to
doing
do
this
like
shit
some
since
grown man
2000.
shit,
Drake had to drop that Scary Hours 3, whatever, to fix his album that a lot of people didn't
What was the album? I forgot the name of it already.
Scary
far,
Hours 2.
For All the Dogs.
For All the Dogs.
Oh.
Album was ass.
He had to drop it like 2 weeks later. He had dropped that Scary Hours 3 to
To accommodate.
yeah.
For-
He put For All the Dogs Scary Hours Edition 3 or something. I forgot what it was.
the album before that was which one? Before the Scary Dog or the dog ones. For All the Dogs.
Crap, I forgot.
Was it Certified Lover?
Certified Lover Boy.
Oh, yeah, Certified
I
Lover
like
Boy.
that album, bro. That was been my favorite Drake album I've heard since.
Is that the name of one?
yeah,
Certified
that album.
Lover Boy?
That was the
No,
album.
Terrified Lover.
Terrified Lover?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
No, that'd be.
thought that's
Certified
what you
Boy
said.
Lover.
I like I like Certified Lover.
Honestly, Nevermind was the last album he did
see.
by himself.
The
And then-
before Certified Lover, the best album before that was Nothing Was the Same. after that, it became ass to me. I was like, I'm not a
nothing was
fan.
the same.
But the Certified Lover, bro, I just was like, this doesn't even sound like Drake. I like this. And it wasn't like Drake. It would just feel like
didn't
Drake was.
Scorpions.
I didn't like any of. No, I don't like any of his music.
Scorpion was a great
I've listened.
album.
I've
Scorpion
tried
is a
listening to
great
everything,
one.
and I'm just not a fan of his music. Like, it just doesn't make music for me.
Wow, as a Kid Cudi fan, I'm shocked that you don't like Scorpion.
No.
That was his very like emotional, like very
yeah,
moody
and I went-
music.
But again, like
I've never
I
heard
like Kid Cudi's vibe when it comes to emotion.
me,
It feels like I'm
I've never heard
in
of
its
it.
own world where like Drake is just like hear me being emotional.
Like,
Where
I
Kid
went- I
Cudi's
went to
like
the
listen
concert.
to me being emotional, like actually
Yeah.
vibe with me being emotional, ride with me being emotional. Drake's like, you hear the song? Look how much I talked about being
Because
emotional.
when Scorpio came out,
Scorpion.
Scorpion, he's a Scorpio. That's
Because I went to the concert and the live performance was even great
For who? Drake?
for Drake. Yeah.
when
I'm not
this-
saying that he's wrong. I'm not. I'm
like no, I'm just saying for that album.
I think
personally.
that he honestly is a good artist, and I think he puts on a good show. But like, if you're not a fan, I don't think you'll enjoy it.
I know. I've been waiting on it.
and then he has very very MC like songs on this album too.
he has he has like rap stuff, and then that's the A side, and then the B side is R&B some vibes.
And then Sandra Rose was on here too.
Can we listen to the bars, Jay?
Pull up the lyrics.
Yeah.
My personal favorite song. Off this
Honestly, that
album.
one didn't sound bad. The one that you listened to before.
Well,
Just
the-
for that song, I may go back and listen to it and give it another
Survival?
shot. Because the
Just
last one,
just give it a listen.
the
Again.
last time I listened to it was when it came out.
No, when it came out, it got like very, very. Like I said, this one aged very well. When it first came out, people didn't fuck with it. I'm like, I go back and I'm like, what was everybody on that we didn't like this album?
That's how I felt with Yeezus. Everyone didn't like it, and then I'm like, bro, that's one of my favorite fucking Kanye albums, bro. What y'all talking about?
Dang, which one?
There was a lot of poppy songs on here too that I didn't like this one.
So far, he's only played 2 because he's like, fuck, I can't play this one. I can't play
Yeah.
that
Oh
one.
no,
He's thinking about them.
Okay, fine.
asking.
I'll put Sandra
I'm
Rose
just
on.
kidding.
Let's go. This is one of my. This is a really good album.
Hey, Drake's the person you'll die on the hill for, right? The artist?
No,
No.
no.
That's
If anything, I'm
Kendrick.
Oh, Kendrick.
Kendrick. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll die on the hill for Kendrick.
Overrated.
Niggas see the crib and ask who did I steal from.
All right, so enough with Drake, right?
Johnny had enough.
That's our transition.
And I'm done.
So what are your thoughts on like Slaughterhouse then when it comes to bars then? Because like, y'all talk so highly about like these other art, these much more like Kendrick and Drake.
I like Slaughterhouse,
but I feel like Slaughterhouse just easily has so much more like when it comes to. I mean, they don't have hits like they do. Let's be honest, they don't.
No, not hits, but I think bar for bar more MC like definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I think to me it's frustrating that people, because I was such a Joe Budden stan. I'm not gonna lie. That people don't they don't really see Joe Budden. You know, if we talked about it, they don't see Joe Budden as an artist. They see him as a podcaster.
But it could be a Quentin
And-
Miller effect to that because I think if you were to pull up his lyrics and don't even tell nobody who's spitting this, I honestly think that he'd be more appreciated that way.
Oh, 100%. The moment
But
you
it's
put
the fact
yeah.
that it's him. I don't know what it is because even like I like some of my favorite songs that I like from Joe Budden. What is this? Slaughterhouse was one of my favorite songs. That when he was going off on the whole fucking crew.
Even all of the, it doesn't matter what songs, they just always, the thing about Slaughterhouse is, or artists like Slaughterhouse, they're always trying to like outbar each other. So like they'll never make
Yeah,
a hit
that's
because
true.
they're always trying to outbar each other. Now, when they're solo music, it's very, very, very different, you know, because then all of a sudden they're making music for themselves, but they're going bar to bar, right? But I've always found that like with big groups like that, especially, that they're always trying. That's why you're never going to hear their bars suck. But you might be like, oh, this song doesn't hit as like a hit,
but
their bars.
it's kind of a double edged sword to me. It's like either you're gonna make fucking a hit, but when it comes to hit, you really got to sacrifice the bars.
Yeah.
Or you could bar someone to fucking death, but it's definitely not gonna be a hit.
Yeah.
But I mean, even if you look at "Pump It Up," that song is lyrical as hell. Like if you
Go look at
listen
the
to
lyrics.
the
Look at the lyrics.
listen to
Look at
the
the lyrics.
words.
I love when people make that face because I remember when people said that to me about Nelly. They were like, Nelly's got
Oh,
bars.
Nelly has bars. For
And
real.
I started
I
laughing
don't
at
see
that
why people
person.
say that.
And then I looked up the bars and I was like, holy shit, this fool actually
Yeah,
does
like,
have some
if
fucking
you
bars.
listen-
Like,
I can't believe I'm doing this. This song
hey, he
was
made a hit. And he can still out rap for this song most of the rappers of today. All of them.
Now, you said lyrical, right?
Now put on microphone.
Like, look at he's using
Put on
multis.
yeah.
No. The wordplay is insane. The word flow is insane, but lyrical?
All right, put on.
Compared to like anything that you're gonna hear from hits, like
Yeah, because like back in the day, you had to like have bars while
Have you heard
Even
an
if you
8
made
Mile
hits.
from Eminem?
Yeah, but no one's comparing Eminem. Put
Are
on.
you talking about,
put on
Lose
a
Yourself?
microphone with Jen and Joe Budden's verse. Yeah, Lose Yourself.
No, I was talking about the movie. Y'all are a movie podcast.
Oh.
Which one?
Microphone.
By Joe Budden?
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard that one.
There's no way.
oh, that's
you haven't
a
heard that.
Slaughterhouse.
That's Slaughterhouse. I'm sorry, not just Joe
Oh.
Budden. But I was talking about Joe Budden's verse. He's like the last on the
You know,
right?
I didn't even
No,
know.
he's the first.
to make you
No,
know.
he's
I might need to go to
on
YouTube
of
for
the
this
last
one.
Yeah, if he's probably the last one, but go ahead and put on
That
any
starts off with Royce. Royce kills that fucking song.
You know
too.
what?
of them. Too many
I had to
Indians
be
and no
honest.
chief.
I didn't even know Slaughterhouse. I only know I seen one of their albums before, but I didn't know who they were.
Until when?
So
Right now?
like right now, like,
Oh my gosh.
like 2009.
All right, look.
2009. I
am taking job applications.
I
Here
had
goes.
seen
If you-
this.
Y'all gotta
but-
rewind it now. Because it starts off immediately. They're bars.
Here, go ahead. Start it again.
Start it again.
Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
How about Royce the 5'9"?
All right.
Yeah.
One of my fucking favorites of all time, too.
Y'all tell me this came out in 2008, 2009?
Yeah.
Now put on Joe Budden's. He's like towards the end.
Hey, I actually asked you this. If we played the beat, can you rap it word for word?
Hold on, man.
I had a verse from that song. Like, I had a verse. And when me and Joe were rapping, we had a verse for that song.
All right, let's do it.
I know I'm not doing no.
Nah, yeah.
I'm the last motherfucker that y'all.
Gosh.
Slaughterhouse was definitely.
Got him.
I'm about to use that verse for
Got
the
him.
podcast.
Now that's not to say that Joe Budden didn't destroy what they could have had, because that's Joe Budden's complete fault.
I don't think destroy. I don't
Oh,
think
yeah,
he
it's-
could have.
That was Joe Budden. He the one reason they Slaughterhouse didn't continue
Yeah.
was because of
he
Joe
fucked
Budden.
up their whole movement.
The whole thing.
Like you did with the podcast too.
I don't know, man. He had to go against King Crook.
No, Joe. What I'm saying is Joe Budden he stopped rapping. He didn't want to do it no more, and they were all like, "Come on!" Like, so they couldn't drop no more album. Like Joe Budden's the reason why Slaughterhouse had to stop being Slaughterhouse. Unfortunately,
Yeah, I mean, it goes back to the expression like you can't destroy empire. The empire has to be destroyed from within.
yeah, that's
So-
what he did.
But one of my favorite ciphers from, I guess it was the Shady cipher.
Is that what the?
You remember this one?
My name is King Crooked. I snap on you rappers off. When I'm spazzing, I'm just getting my passionate point across like a hood cat clapping his hands when he talking. Now that I got your attention,
this
I
is
feel
when
I should
hip-hop
really
was hip-hop,
mention.
bro.
Don't come around here flossing big willies, we Willie lynch 'em. Pull out the chopper, rappers hitting the ground like every bar's a bullet. When I pull it, it sound like a couple of bullets are coming your way, then it jam like goddamn. Then I pick up something quick and start killing everything in the vicinity. The proximity, the Glock send me beyond Yosemite Sam. Bam, bam.
I think if Joe Budden really could have, if he could have battled rap, I think he would have been.
He did.
No, I'm like continuing.
Oh yeah.
Then, like-
I forgot who it was that he battled, but he even like held his own against a battle rapper.
No, yeah.
I forgot who the fuck.
Matter of
was that
fact, if
that he
anything, Joe
battled?
Budden's the one who introduced me to the battle world because I didn't know there was actually like elite people who were actually doing that for a fucking living. I thought
Yeah.
that shit was dope, and the fact that he made it out, I feel like he should. Maybe he should have gone back, and maybe he should just stood with the whole.
Hollow the Dawn.
Yeah, that's who it was.
That's who he rap battled.
Hollow
I remember watching the rap battles, bro. Holy shit, bro. They were fucking brutal, bro. Like,
No, hell
and I
yeah.
remember thinking in my head, like, I could do this. And then hearing what they would say about the other person, I go, I could never do this shit.
Yeah. They all
no.
fucking crying and shit.
Bro, oh yeah, I
Man,
can't.
fuck y'all.
I can't do this shit, dude. Hell no, man.
But you know what?
Wait,
What?
what's up?
We may not have another era like that for a while.
They could have been it. Like if Joe Budden didn't fuck it up, they were going to be the next big thing. They would have been what the standard was in hip hop.
For sure.
We talked about it a little bit on the previous episodes, but
And
like
you know who took over for that instead was the Migos. 100%. Migos were the ones who set what hip hop was going to be after that as far as mainstream hip hop.
Everybody
That's
was.
true.
Everyone copied Migos. Everybody. Now, I'm not taking nothing away from what Migos started because, like, whether you like the music or not, they did create their own type of music that everyone started biting off of.
I didn't like the Migos at the beginning.
I'm still not a fan of Migos whatsoever, but I do respect what they did, and they created their own sound, whether it was whack and mumble music that I didn't like. But what happened was everybody after that stole from them and mimicked them. And when every artist that came after that were like, I want to be Migos. And they created that thing where like now everybody would attach themselves to one artist and just mimic them and mimic. And where it got so mimicky that now you can't tell the difference.
Yeah, that's true. Now, needless to say, all this to go back is like, I just want to bring this up. Not going back 20 minutes ago.
SPM.
But SPM.
Oh, shit. We never finished that.
I got more out of this conversation than I did with anybody else. And I think a lot of it is that people don't know how to explain that part. They're just like, he looks like me, fool. So, like, I like him. Like, I never could. I'm like, why? I get it. I still don't like him. But now I get a better understanding of what it was for people other than the representation. Because that's the one thing I couldn't get along with was, like, you can't just go for him because he's Hispanic.
Yeah.
Like, he's actually got to be talented. And he may be talented when it came to, like, chill music.
Now, Jay has a point because SPM had a chokehold on the Hispanic community when I was in high school and middle school. I'm talking about, like, there wasn't one Hispanic who didn't know or listen to SPM. Like, that's the honest truth. Like, and if you did, it was 1 out of 100 that were like, I don't like SPM, right? But, like, they had, like, I didn't hear black people or white people. If it was whites, because they hung out with Mexicans. But I didn't hear no black or white person that wasn't around the Mexican community go like, yo, SPM. Like, they're like, oh, SPM? Okay. Like, it was literally the Hispanic community by chokehold. They were like, you're right. They held SPM at the highest standard. And some was because a lot of his wordplay, a lot of his songs were good, storytelling. Like, they resonate with a lot of people. But a lot, I will agree, was because he was Hispanic. That was what it was. Like, they were like, because I went to him because I was like, well, everyone's listening to him, so I started listening to him. But because of that, I did find songs I did like.
Oh, yeah,
but
of course.
Years down the road, I was like, you know what? I'm not a fan of SPM like that.
With that being said, I do think that he needs to be brought up more and more of the storytelling talent of hip hop and history. To each his own on whether he's one of the greatest lyricists of all time, but
No, I never
not at all.
definitely storytelling aspects.
He's really good at that.
He's really good, like to the point where I think one of the only songs that I truly do like, and I'll go back and listen to it from time to time, is "Jackers in My Home." Amazing storytelling.
Jacking off with my homies?
Yeah, jacking off with the homies.
Jacking with the homies.
Jacking up with the homies.
Johnny, what we doing after this?
Good God Almighty.
Jackers in My Home. Okay. That one I'll go back and I'll go like just for the storytelling of it all, because we don't really have much storytelling in today. And
What about Medicine? You remember Medicine?
I remember that shit.
It sounds familiar.
Medicine, or his first one, Revenge.
I like SPM versus Los.
So y'all got more in it like later on in his.
Nah, I mean, my dad was listening to him like back in 2000. So I was listening to
because I was listening to him in 2006.
Y'all remember the first song that y'all heard?
Must Be High.
Beans and Rice.
Beans and rice.
What's that?
Oh, Red Beans and Rice.
Was
That
one?
was at Reveille Park.
Probably. I can't. Like I said, I liked it, and I would listen to it because everybody else was listening to it. But I never got deep into the SPM lore. I was more.
Yeah,
I was
on that one.
I was looking for more wordplay. I was looking at, especially in 2006. This is the era where I was growing up with Lil Wayne and.
Oh, so you weren't getting it anywhere then.
No.
Hey, I'm
Damn sure wasn't getting it from them.
I'm gonna be real.
SPM.
I'm gonna be real, bro. Lil Wayne to me was one of the hardest lyricists at the time. Now, I remember. I specifically. Well, hold on. At the time, I remember at the time, me and one of my boys were like, bro, like Lil Wayne, just like with his wordplay, his lyrics, like everything about like this, no one could take him out, right? And I remember us like going into actual underground music, and we were like, holy shit. Lil Wayne sucks. Like, what the fuck? Like, I remember
All
when
of
we
those
really went
people
to
are
it.
good when you don't know enough like music.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
but,
they're good
but
with
the thing
a
that I like
limited
about
supply.
Lil Wayne was
Oh,
like
man.
years later after the song would come out, a bar that I didn't understand at the time would make sense now. I was like, holy shit! I finally get what.
But
the
you
fuck
were
he
like
said.
9 when
Yeah.
it came out. That's why.
No, well, damn, 9? Hell no. That was
When he's like, I wish,
I was 10,
I wish,
yeah, I was 10. Get it right. Look,
bro. It's
I was in 6th grade when I was in middle school.
Trapped in a maze,
2006.
therefore I am amazing.
I'm outside, so
It's
call
like-
me outstanding. Yeah.
And then he said, I wish an N-word would kitchen cabinet. Come on, bro. You remember that
Oh,
shit?
When
that
he
hard.
said, "Beat it like a cop 5 times in a row." Fucking bars.
Come on,
dude.
man. Like,
My gun's
like,
out of
when-
Pokemon, but it rat-tat-tat or something. No, he had some weird ones, but there was a lot of good ones
some
too,
weird
man.
ones.
He had some really weird ones. Now I think about it, but I do like it. I do like a lot of the Lil Wayne's. The 3 Pete's, the whole Carter 3 really.
Oh,
The
Carter
3
3
Ps,
was one of my
the
favorites.
Amis, the Mr. Carters.
You know who was dope? Who had it was a Chameleonaire. He used to drop
Oh,
to the
yeah.
mixtape
Chameleonaire
Messiah.
was
Remember that
amazing.
shit?
Yeah.
Oh
He
my
was killing
I
gosh.
still listen to his shit.
I was
Yeah.
Mixtape Messiah 5 and 6, the
Yeah.
best. bro.
Chameleonaire to me. I was a little upset that he didn't get as big as I wanted him to be.
He,
I think he
but
wanted
he
to.
didn't want to though. I think he stopped himself.
Yeah, he
from
was
doing that.
very anti-industry.
Yeah.
Like, if you ever listen to the song called "Here I Am," like that's all he's doing is talking shit to record labels.
Yeah.
And then once the label that he was under was like shitting all over him, that's when he got a deal and then blew up, won a Grammy, like, and called it "Sound of Revenge" because that was his way of saying "fuck you." And then he got out.
Yeah.
Now that
invested
motherfucker's
and
like
made so much
wealthy.
money.
Hell yeah, he's somewhere in Dubai right now.
He
Yeah.
invested in like I forgot what company it was, Uber, I think, and something else. Like he invested in like
Yeah,
3
he's got all
companies
kinds of
early.
shit.
Timu.
But he was always like really smart. Like him and
Oh,
Paul
yeah.
Wall weren't like on the same level at all.
Nah,
Paul Wall never really evolved. Like he just stayed talking about his grill and what he's crawling like.
Yeah.
Like every verse
All his-
is I'm
most of his
crawling
Sounds
like
so
this.
fucking blasphemous. Though.
it's true though.
But
Like,
name a verse where he's not talking about his grill and not talking about how his rims are crawling.
my grill shine like a chandelier.
I think he talks
In
about
every
rims
song he
more
says
than
that.
anything.
And that's not taking nothing away from Paul Wall and what he's
Yeah.
created for
I'm
Houston
biased.
whatsoever. But he just
I will admit my bias here.
Paul Wall, look, Paul Wall still. You can listen to a Paul Wall song now and when he first came out, and it'll sound the same. Like it real, like he's
You
never
can put
grown.
an old verse on a new beat and you probably wouldn't even realize that
100%.
it's something
There's
different.
no way, bro. There's no way you would recognize because he's still swinging down the H10. Like
his
it's the same thing.
hardest fucking verse, and I don't know if you can play it or if you played
And I
way
like Paul
too
Wall.
much shit. But it was a song called Juice, I think, or The Juice. That is like his hardest fucking verse.
It's Grills with Nelly. I think I'm gonna have to correct you.
I'm gonna have to cut you off.
That's the realest one.
But I think it's called Juice. But he's got the first verse, and that's like
with Toby.
yeah.
All right.
you know who's dope? I'm gonna tell you after this. Okay, we're gonna talk
He-
about different.
he
artists.
actually-
Listen to this is not Paul Wall's style. Like he
yeah.
fucking kills this shit.
That was hard as fuck.
Yeah.
See, imagine
That
you getting
was
more.
hard
I've
as
never heard that. That was actually
that
dope.
is like his hardest fucking
that was
verse.
good.
Oh man, that's almost
I
disappointing.
have to go back every once in a while just to listen to that shit.
Imagine hearing that type of Paul Wall.
I gotta go back
consistently.
and
Damn.
listen to that whole thing. But
Yeah.
Did y'all hear
Kept the same
Chameleonaires?
rhyme through the whole fucking thing.
Did y'all hear Chameleonaire with Toby?
from The Office.
No, like Toby the artist. I don't know how to say his
I
last
didn't
name.
watch that season.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that season. What is it? You want the chord?
Yeah, let me find it first.
I haven't heard anything recent from Chameleonaire. I'll stick on just literally listening to Mixtape Messiah because I used to like what he did with all the old beats.
I like that. Get Your Mind Correct. And what was the one that?
This one?
Rockstar. That was a good song though.
That was with Lil Wayne, wasn't it?
Yeah.
No, it's with Chameleonaire. Well, it's that artist. But
Name that Lil Wayne song. It'll probably pull up on Shazam.
More than likely, bro. That's how he sounds in the song, though.
I will not tolerate Lil Wayne.
Ben
slander.
Broke.
I like Lil Wayne though. I was a
Broke.
big fan of him back in the day. I'm not gonna lie. But growing up, if you listen to it, you're like, these are some ABC raps.
This came out, I think, a year or two ago. His verse is later in the song, though.
I swear I've been broke way too long.
Let's see what you're talking about, Johnny.
I'm just saying, this is a song that he put out.
No, you hyped it already.
It's too late.
Yep.
Alright,
No.
yeah.
We're expecting big time now.
Chameleonaire.
It was all right.
It was 7.
I'm just saying.
I give it a 7.
Like,
Not bad.
I didn't say it was one of his best verses. I
Yeah,
said
I don't
You
know. I
did
kinda
it.
feel
I said
like the way you worded it kind of felt like that.
Can you
He
rewind
said-
that?
Yeah.
He said I was just saying that this is a song that he put out because he don't be putting
What I
verses
had
out.
said was,
Not no more.
I was saying he hasn't put verses out. So I'm
The
saying this
backtrack is crazy.
You said what you said already.
told you it wasn't that good.
good.
I said I didn't want to play it.
This is who your host is right here. Oh my god.
The other one's out of town.
Yeah, we can see why.
All right, man. We've been talking for quite a while.
Chameleonaire is good though.
No, yeah, he's
I like them.
one of the great. That's who I tried to be like so bad when I started rapping. I was imitating the shit out of Chameleonaire.
You could.
I could definitely see
could have
why.
heard it. Yeah.
I used to have Chameleonaire, one of his mixtapes on an iPod Shuffle, and I used to listen to him all the time.
It's a relic of music history, the shuffle. Now everybody got an iPod on their phone.
Someone gave me the shuffle because they like, oh, I don't need it no more. So I was like, all
Damn,
right.
so you got it late.
Yeah.
He's like, Johnny, you have an iPhone now.
No, it was like I was like in middle school.
They're like,
thing.
you really want that? Yeah, you can have it.
I guess they can replace the.
I still have it. I don't have the charger for it. So it's like
Is that a cassette player?
I have my old iPod also.
you have to charge it with a USB
big
to
fucker?
aux cord.
The brick.
Damn.
that big fat motherfucker.
Shit, charging port bigger than the whole fucking iPad.
Yeah, for real.
It takes up the whole bottom.
For real.
All right, man. We've been talking for quite a while. I think we're gonna get to a song of the week.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, if you made it this far into the podcast, this is where we show out our song of the week, a song that we've been bumping to heavy throughout the week. I hope y'all fellas thought of something.
Yeah, I got two for you guys.
All right.
I didn't know what to pick, so I picked one at random while I was sitting outside in the car.
Random song of the week.
Random. Because yeah, I will say the reason why he probably did that is because he's probably the same playlist that he listens to every day. So it's like, any one of these songs is pretty good.
I didn't know what genre to go with, so it was like I didn't want to
Really
change it up
anything.
too much, and then it was like, I don't want to.
So what is your song? So I can type it up. One of y'all.
Go, Lyrical. You go first.
It's called "Stopwatch" by Atmosphere.
This is not a rolling. This is stop. What? Oh, wait, hold on. What Drake say?
Who?
Drake?
How do you
Drizzy?
spell, how do you spell atmosphere?
A-T most
MOSPH.
Oh, I found it.
MISSIPPI.
Do you know what that means?
All right, reintroduce your song.
This is "Stopwatch" by Atmosphere.
All right,
Nice.
that was a dope song.
So you went with rap?
Yeah.
I went with country, but that's okay. No, I don't listen to country. Jay looked up like, what the fuck, bro?
On the Rhythm and Poetry Podcast.
What's your song?
Well, mine isn't really rap because I don't honestly, bro. Like, if I went to
It
rap,
doesn't have to be rap. It's
okay.
really
'Cause I'm about to
anything.
say it would go back to like ASAP Rocky type of thing, but it's right here. MAREUX, and the song. I guess you can. I don't know if The Killer or Glass. I listen to both of them a lot, but The Killer, not The Killer. Sorry.
Killer.
All right, reintroduce your song.
It's I'm trying to pronounce it because this is an artist I've been listening to for like 3 months now, maybe, and so I really been liking his music. His name is Marux, I think.
I can't pronounce it.
Maru?
Half of the artist names that I play.
Maru. I like this.
They make
artist
it
a
as
lot.
hard as possible to just
Yeah.
fucking say their names.
Yeah, put this. Let me make sure.
We're really fucked if Elon Musk's son really starts rapping. His fucking name's an equation.
It's called Glass. It's that one. It's
Oh,
not the Killer
Glass,
one.
alright.
Yeah, I want to make sure I had the right one.
Oh, okay.
All right, yeah, it's Marux Glass is what the song's called with King Woman.
I like that.
It has like a '90s feel, like
it's-
the
Yeah.
Depeche Mode type.
Really, I thought it was
Reminds
more
me of that.
cinematic for some reason.
That dance.
It makes me
Which-
think
which
of
makes some
the
sense.
Drive soundtrack.
Yeah, it gets me.
Like those songs.
I feel like
That type
Batman's
songs.
beating up somebody to this song.
It puts
In
me
the
in the
club.
writing zone for sure. Like to want to shoot something or to write into
Oh,
a
I
story.
can definitely
like,
see that.
So all I do is listen to this dude right here, this artist. I can all his music. Like I'm like, oh, this is actually dope. Oh, this one's dope too. Oh shit! It's like I've only been on this artist for like 3 months, so it's
Go
not
ahead
like
and
I've
fuck
been
up the vibe, Johnny.
gatekeeping
What are you
him.
gonna play?
Damn.
He's putting on Drake.
He took my joke already. Back to where we left off. Johnny,
Johnny Jay messing up the whole podcast over here.
on purpose, apparently.
He didn't want to hear Johnny's song.
Look, I accidentally fell and tried to.
He walked across
way
the
way
game
too low.
controller.
yeah.
All right. Well, my song is called Cozy.
J. Cole, what?
Apparently by J. Cole. No,
Hit the button again.
Hear me good, nigga. I'm here to double down. That shit is a 2-pack of ass. The fuck are you
Johnny put me
talking
on
about?
some
That
good
shit
music. Wow.
stinks.
my song is called Cozy Fever by Kimbe X.
I expect nothing but the best, Johnny.
That beat is
Okay,
nasty.
I like that.
I like that
I
beat.
like that.
I don't think that was that bad, to be honest. Not for real, like I was expecting like not like something like
I wasn't expecting that energy. That's
Yeah.
why I was like,
Yeah,
it caught me
that-
off.
it-
I thought it was going to be more like mellow.
Yeah.
I was like, lyrical
Yeah.
needs some medical attention over there. What's going on?
When I heard that song at first, I was like, dang. I was like, all right, this is
No,
cool.
that shit was fine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's pretty
switch it
good.
up.
To
I
be
was
honest, I
like,
liked it. Yeah, I actually liked it.
All right, well,
Oof, now Jay.
All right.
In remembrance
It's
of
all on
Aramis.
you, Jay.
See, can you tell the audio difference now? Because I think the levels are off. Once is it turned off?
Oh, you sound all like muffled.
Yeah. you sound
because
loud.
No, I'm talking in there, but like I'm just telling you. Like,
Well,
there's
stop. No.
It's because earlier I couldn't hear
See, when I
myself.
put the mic in my mouth, how it sounds?
Well, it's because when I was
Oh,
talking
shit, I almost fell
earlier,
back too.
I had to put it in my mouth because it was too low.
Cut that
I
out.
was like, shit.
Cut that little. I need that as a sample. All right.
Soundbite that shit.
Soundbite, please.
Oh, shit.
All right, my song of the week. I've been
like my
bumping this shit heavy. It is Belize by Black Thought and MF Doom.
He knew you were coming on the show today. That's why.
I never did. Never heard this song in his life.
He put hip hop artists that aren't on the radio.
People that lyrical could like. First Google search I found. Oh, my favorite line of the whole song.
That was dope. I like that.
That's good shit
Obviously, that was really, really good.
All right, guys. If you liked all the songs that you hear here on the podcast, you can find it exclusively on Spotify. Just look up R.A.P Podcast playlist, and you'll find all of our songs on there.
Yeah. That shit that Johnny played will be on there, too.
Unfortunately.
unfortunately.
I want to say a big thanks for the invite, guys, coming over. Thank y'all,
Thank
Jesus
you for
Lyrical,
having us.
man.
Yeah, thanks for having us on, guys.
Should we do y'all's outro for?
I was trying to go to that.
I didn't know we were-
what do y'all say? I forgot.
Y'all say
We
thanks for the
forgot to.
invite, and we say thanks for accepting our invitation.
And like it doesn't matter how many times they do it, someone will mess it up.
Well, I really got to be focused on like
Yeah, we fuck up every time.
Fuck. Every
I
single
remember
time.
when we went over there, and I was like, I got this. I'm gonna do it so well. And then I was like, brain fart. All right, nope, I can't do it either.
Yeah, it's when you're on the spot, you're like, oh fuck, what? What did I say?
It's like, did what? All right. If you want to find me, you can find me on Instagram, J_workaholic. If you want to find Johnny,
For Johnny G.
if you want to find Jesus,
Go to Spectre Studios, SPEKTRE Studios. And you can check my movie out, 6 VI. It's on Amazon, it's on Tubi, it's on Plex, and it's on YouTube as well. So check that out.
What is Plex?
And TFTI at TFTI Podcast.
and if you want to find Lyrical,
I'm under Unorthodox MC, all one word, MC spelled out EMCEE.
and make sure you check all the projects, the podcast, and I look forward to seeing them again late February, early March.
Yeah. We'll
Yeah.
aim around there, yeah.
Okay. ETA, just in case.
Yeah, we'll update everybody when we get closer.
Yeah, when
5
we get
years
closer.
later.
It's not a set date, so we'll, yeah.
I'm
2025 for sure.
Yeah. First, before 2025 for sure. Yeah.
Fuck.
2025 is our year.
Yeah. That for sure.
Nah, thank y'all for coming, guys. Thank you for the musical conversation. I really
Yeah, this was
enjoyed
a
that.
great
We
conversation.
definitely got to do this over and over again.
Yeah, 100%. Appreciate the invite.
But oh damn it, he did it! Fuck.
He said the thing.
He said the thing. All right, roll credits.
Thank
All
you
right,
for
guys.
accepting
If you
our
made it this
invitation.
far, if you made it this far into the podcast, just know that we're really fucking with y'all. Thank y'all so much, and shout out to my boy Aramis who's out of town. But yeah, that's a wrap. Peace.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
In the track.